the leader who conquered the world but died from a nosebleed. Attila the Hun, a name that struck fear into the hearts of Romans and barbarians alike. But who was this legendary conqueror? Let's dive into the life of the man known as the Scourge of God. Born around 406 CE, Attila's early years are shrouded in mystery. We don't even know his birth name. Attila came later. It's a Germanic nickname, meaning little father. Attila wasn't an unwashed savage. He grew up privileged. He was born into Hunnic royalty. His uncles ruled the tribe. They groomed Attila and his brother Bleda for leadership. The boys learned archery and swordsmanship. They even studied Latin and Gothic. Attila and Bleda inherited the Hunnic Empire in 434. They didn't immediately go on a rampage. In fact, their first move was diplomacy. They negotiated a peace treaty with the Eastern Roman Empire. The Romans agreed to pay 700 pounds of gold annually. Peace didn't last long. Just a few years later, Attila claimed the Romans violated the treaty. He led devastating attacks. His forces came within 20 miles of Constantinople. The Romans surrendered. They agreed to pay 2,100 pounds of gold each year. Attila was just getting started. In 445, Attila decided he was done sharing power. His brother Bleda mysteriously died on a hunting trip. Most historians believe Attila arranged it. He now had sole control of the empire. Now here's where things get wild. In 450, Attila received a ring from Honoria, sister of the Western Roman Emperor. She was trying to escape an arranged marriage, but Attila saw an opportunity. He claimed Honoria as his bride. He demanded half the Western Roman Empire as her dowry. The emperor, unsurprisingly, said no. So Attila did what any reasonable suitor would do. He invaded Gaul with 200,000 men. This led to the legendary Battle of the Catalonian Plains in 451. It was Attila's first and only defeat, but it hardly slowed him down. The next year, Attila invaded Italy. He ruled an empire from the Rhine to Persia. The Scourge of God seemed unstoppable, but then came the twist ending no one saw coming. In 453, Attila married a young woman named Ildiko. The morning after the wedding, he was found dead. The cause was a nosebleed. The mighty conqueror choked on his own blood after heavy drinking. Attila's burial was as dramatic as his life. His men diverted a river, buried him in the riverbed with mountains of treasure, and then released the waters to flow over the grave. They even killed the gravediggers to keep the location secret. So what's Attila's legacy? He nearly brought both Roman empires to their knees. His invasions indirectly led to the founding of Venice. People fled to the lagoons for safety. Despite his wealth, Attila lived simply. He ate from wooden plates while his men showed off gold. He didn't wear jewelry and didn't decorate his weapons with gold. Attila focused on cleanliness rather than luxury. Attila was a brilliant tactician. He was a feared conqueror. Yet he fell to something as mundane as a nosebleed. It's a strange twist of history.